What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Ulysses. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Mr. Boat. I am excited. I love this. This is the matchup I've been waiting to see. This specific matchup is the matchup I've been waiting to see on this map. Why? Well, let's just say, now I don't know if Mr. Boat is the man to make this happen. You really need to think about this one before you pick Odin on this map. But this map here, for Odin, the strategy is you drop two docks. One dock here and one dock here, straight away. You're not going to be putting more than that. If you get deconstructed, you get deconstructed. No worries. You can put another dock down. If you get deconstructed a little bit later, it doesn't matter. But the plan here for Odin is to Heimdall rush the shit out of the Kronos player. And why is this so good? Well, the reason why you see Kronos picked on this map is because time shift comes in and the Kronos player wants to put a dock over here, time shift it onto this location, and start putting pressure here. Now, Mr. Boat has made a mistake here. The mistake is he didn't put down two docks at the start of the game like you can. The build order is a little bit off here for Mr. Boat as well, as he's getting himself the dwarf, the ox cart, and everything else onto this position to jump onto the gold mine. Things might be a little bit dangerous here for Mr. Boat. So we see the dock down. It's 6 fish on the water, so the water really doesn't matter here in terms of like whether you hold it or not. But basically, the strategy here, and I'm not actually sure that Kronos can hold this if Kronos doesn't see it coming. If Kronos does see it coming, you're not going to be hit on the water at all, so you can be completely fine, safe, and happy about that. But the plan here for Odin is you put all your villagers on wood while you're going to the classical age. You only need 2 ox carts. All the villagers on wood while you're going to the classical age, enough to get yourself, say, 300 wood or something like that, 300 wood. Then you bring all those villagers forward onto the gazelle, right? You eat the gazelle, you put yourself down 2, 3 longhouses, you put a couple of villagers onto straggler trees to get yourself houses up, and you spam Ulfsarks. By the 6-minute mark, you will be at 70 to 80 population. And you just right-click on the hometown center of Kronos. You hit undermine. If the Kronos does not have out a shit ton of Murmillo at that point, which I guarantee you he will not if he goes for the dock attack, you will win the game. Whether or not Mr. Boat goes for this or not is going to be the question. You do see Ulysses is just checking up the top to see if any docks, any cheeky shenanigans coming through from Mr. Boat here. That is not the case. The temple coming down now for Ulysses as well. So this game is going to be very, very spicy. Very, very spicy indeed. We do see Mr. Boat putting the temple at the home base. It makes me a little bit nervous about what's going to happen here. As the final fishing ship going to be coming out. And the Prometheus coming through now for Ulysses. Mr. Boat, you should be hitting roughly a 4:30 advance time here on this map. Nearly every single time. Because there's nothing different about this map from Mediterranean. So you basically do your Mediterranean build here. Which makes me confused why people struggle on this map when it's a Mediterranean build. You just Mediterranean. But Mr. Boat now is going to the next age. He's got a whole bunch of villagers on the wood. He's got a couple of villagers on the food. And we see the citizen going for the dock play. And Freya's got a choice for Mr. Boat. We'll see how this is going to go for Mr. Boat, but maybe he can hold it. He's only got one dock here. House is coming up around on this position. Potentially here, Mr. Boat just doesn't know that this is possible. He might not know. He might just go Ulfsark straight off the bat. He's only got 7 villagers on wood at this position as well. There's the classical age for Ulysses. Because you can time shift the dock in straight away, as the temple does get spotted here. And that time shift is coming in onto this location for Ulysses. And Mr. Boat's got nothing here. Not only that, basically, because there's only one dock here, take a look at this. Deconstruction. It's going to be back. That dock's going to be down. Ulysses just needs to build like 2 Bareem here. And he can prevent any docks coming back up on this position. As we see the valid oracles moving forward, the Herso will spot the dock on this position. Do we see something? We see. This is as bad as it's going to get. This is as bad as it possible. Cancel per seed. Cancel it. Cancel. Get the resources. Oh, no. $300 resources down the drain for Mr. Boat. And deconstruction comes down. How many Bareem are you going to make? 3 Bareem is all you really need to make here. Mr. Boat is in a very difficult position now in this game. He loses the fishing ships. He has Purse Scene as well, which I don't recommend at all here. I think it's a waste of resources. If you've only got 6 fishing ship, it's worth an extra 2 fishing ship. Extra 2 fishing ship, unupgraded fishing ship. That's all it's worth. I don't recommend getting Purse Scene on this map. It takes so long to pay it off. If you say that one fishing ship gets 1 resource a second, which is more than it gets, until it's fully upgraded. Let's just say it gets 1 resource more a second. You have 2 extra fishing ships than if you had Purse Scene. So 2 fishing ships takes 2 minutes to pay itself off. 3 minutes to pay itself off. 60, well, 1, yeah, something like that. 2.5 minutes to pay itself off. It's a lot of time for that to pay itself off. Anyways, we do see Mr. Boat over here right now. He's on the hunt on this position. 1 random citizen. What are you doing? What's the citizen doing? Maybe he's going to try and put a dock over here or something. You do see the Mr. Boat unit's going to be looking to potentially grab a town center over here. As the citizen is... Yep, why not? Just put that up there. All good. Mr. Boat now, he's in the front, in the middle of the map, getting himself husbandry. Probably got himself hunting dogs here as well. Is that true? Yeah, he's got hunting dogs. As the term are getting pushed back for the time being here. As the house is getting cleaned up on this position as well, as Mr. Boat is struggling to push forward here. He's moving with the army. His Valkyrie has done some good damage on this position as well. But the hero Terma are in from the Valor. And that's going to force that Valkyrie out of the position here. It's now Mr. Boat is grabbing himself Lone Wanderer. Do we see fishing ships coming out? Not just yet. Here's the thing. What Ulysses can do here, and this might sound crazy, but Ulysses can build a dock here, and then he can time shift it here and have no problems with not having to risk the citizen from getting onto that position. It could be nice to give himself all that fish in the middle after winning the water there. Now Ulysses is going to be retreating back. The army looking a little bit too strong here, but like Ulysses at this point, he's got 13 citizens, 6 fishing ship. That's a huge lead over Mr. Boat at this point. Mr. Boat now trying to push in, trying to take out the Promethean as best as he possibly can. The unit's going to be pulling back here. As Ulysses here is full population. He does have a little bit of population here. Mr. Boat might want to just build a dock back at this point as well and try and get his fishing ship back here after all is said and done. So now the villagers coming up onto this position, going to be grabbing some chicken. He has to put farms down. There's really not that many resources on this map. There are a pack of monkeys, which are valuable for the Norse players and the Atlantean players. But yeah, there's not a lot of resources here. So losing the water is kind of a big deal. Also, not being able to grab your opponent's hunt here is a big deal as well. As the army of Mr. Boat now starting to push forward. We see a town center coming through here for Ulysses as well. As he's not quite ready to take a fight. You can definitely think about it as the Valkyrie gets pushed back here. The Kyriballists need to focus down those medium elf cycles. They are doing nicely. Mr. Boat at 82 population. Ulysses at 115 population. As Mr. Boat trying to take this fight at this point is a very difficult fight to win here. As the Valkyrie does get taken out. The Kyriballists are going to be pushing Mr. Boat back into his main base here as the gold mine has expired. Mr. Boat going to be moving over onto this gold mine right now to figure that one out. As Mr. Boat now in the main base, and we do see Ulysses coming up onto this position. The Kyriballists are here, ready to check this one out. As we see the villagers coming through here to start shanking down the Kyriballists to the villagers, or the dwarves on this position, shanking away to try and keep himself in the game, rushing down those Kyriballists. The villagers do get a bonus damage increase against Kyriballists because they are technically siege weapons. Ulysses pulling back for the moment here as his town center is up. He's done the damage. He can just retreat it back. He's put 15 citizen, 8 fishing ships now. As the fishing ships coming out into the center here, as Ulysses wants those. I'll see if he's going to try and get that dock up like we were talking about to get an efficient fishing. Oh, he's just going to send the citizen in. Why not? Why not send the citizen in? It's risky. It's in line of sight. If Mr. Boat sees it, he can pick the citizen off. That being said, there are Bareem here that can just hang on this position as well. And thank you for the raiding party, the Wolf. Appreciate you, my friend. Hope your stream went well. As the Terma now coming through, going to try and take out these throwing axemen on this position. The Promethean, they're so strong here. The villagers coming in to help out yet again. Ulysses still waiting for a little bit more reinforcements, especially those very, very tanky Prometheans that are coming through. The Mermilla are going to be a big help to boot here. Those Terma are going to be able to take out those throwing axemen as well, as Mr. Boat is desperately trying to hold on in this position. As medium infantry coming through, it's going to be even more of an assistance here in these fights. The Promethean are more than happily going to be able to take this, as we do see the Hero Mermillo coming through from the final Valor from Ulysses. Ulysses decided to continuously push in and out here at this position here. Is another dock coming down for Ulysses to get even more of those fishing ships out on that position to help his food income even more here. As now Ulysses has got another Kyriballister in, which can take out those throwing axemen really, really nicely. Meanwhile, Forest Fire coming in onto this position as the raiding cavalry going to dive in onto the Kyriballister, take that one out, retreat back here. Nice micro from Mr. Boat here as the Terma trying to take out the throwing axemen as best as they possibly can. Another Kyriballister coming in. Not many units left for Mr. Boat. He's at 50 population here as the throwing axemen have all fallen here. Ulysses still sitting at 130 of 130 population here in this game. As in that moment, Mr. Boat does tap out. And that is GG for Ulysses in this series, taking Mr. Boat out in 3 games. Unfortunately, Mr. Boat not really coming into this game with a plan. There's a couple of civilizations you're likely to see here from Ulysses. Kronos was one of them. Mr. Boat came into this one with a plan, thinking about what Ulysses might do. He could have come up with that Heimdall rush, potentially punish this kind of cheese strategy, which Ulysses did here. But he did not come in with a plan, and he was punished as the Kronos too strong here for a player with no plan. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.